set up. There we go. Good morning, everybody. I believe it is Thursday morning. I woke up a little while ago. This is Rob Garcia, the Warrior Strategist, coming at you from lovely San Diego. This is my 6:18 in the morning face. It's not always pretty, but glad you're here. So, I haven't done live video in a while. As you guys know, I had probably 14 days of COVID, and although I am at 100%, some stuff is lingering as far as smell, hearing, overall shitty demeanor. But I'm back as normal as I can be, and we're gonna have fun today. All right, so we're gonna talk about sales for your business. We're gonna talk about some great companies you can support, get some great gear, and just everything that's been going on. So we'll start off with a big shout out. Mike's Damascus Knives. If you guys are fans of cutlery and you need an everyday carry, or in this case, a tactical blade with your name on it, or kitchen knives, check out mikesdamascusknives.com. Handcrafted, the highest grade materials you can find. None of that Pakistani car bumper bullshit. And Mike makes all his knives at his own forge. Great guy out of Utah. mikesdamascusknives.com. Unbelievable quality. I'll give you another view here real quick. But you can see this is a knife that will last you a long time. Very high grade materials and sharp as all hell. That's deeper than your wife's divorce lawyer. All right. So today we're going live to Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, my Facebook pages, and TikTok. And for those of you guys who don't know me, I am a PR guy out of San Diego. I help people get people on TV, write business articles about them, issue press releases, whatever. I'm a visibility strategist. And if you need these services, feel free to reach out to me at garciaglobalmedia.com. 34 people on TV, many people in industry level magazines, lots of great articles, some viral stuff, but my clients are pretty happy with what I do. So that's what I do as my primary, if you don't know who I am. All right, so let's jump into it. So basically, I've been pretty sick with COVID for like 14 days, doing better now, but it's been a rough one. So I haven't done a lot of live video. A lot of things have happened in February. February was unrelenting. And by the way, TikTok, especially if you have PR questions, feel free to type them in. I'm always happy to answer questions about PR and business and media placement and all that good stuff. Right out the gate, first announcement is that Shift Magazine is up and live, free to read. If you go to shiftlifedesign.com, that is shiftlifedesign.com, we have a 50-page monster issue waiting for you to read it. It's got a lot of great features in it. The cover feature was Kate Monroe, who got $1 billion for veterans and benefits dispersed through her company VetCom. We talk about what it's like owning a multi-seven-figure business, what her life is like, tips for aspiring business owners. I wrote an article on transformational coach Nick Devlin, who after 200 combat missions with the 75th Ranger Regiment, became a transformational coach in San Diego. And Nick is a trip. He's a great guy to reach out to if you need help with your life transformationally, or just trying to find your purpose. I know a lot of you guys need some purpose. But you can read the issue free. Also, Jason Lane Curtis. If you're paying too much for your payment processor, whoever it may be, Jason Lane Curtis has a bunch of processing solutions that can help you. He helps to cut down the fees and the access to your accounts and all the goofy stuff that some of the big boys will leverage against you. Jason Lane Curtis is a trusted name in the veteran space, helping you to save money on your business, hundreds, if not thousands of dollars every year with his systems. Reach out to him on Facebook. Good to see him on here. All right. And yeah, you can read about him in shiftlifedesign.com. All right. So yeah, Shift is my business magazine, comes out every couple of months. It is bi-monthly, and this issue was crazy, especially being sick. I took a year off because of a family emergency, and I'm really proud of what I managed to put out. I run the entire issue, create all the content, design all the ads. I do the entire thing myself except for the cover. I'm really proud of my cover guy, Rich Hill, who makes these amazing covers for shiftlifedesign.com. All right, Will Curtis, what's going on? Jocelyn, good to see you. All right, so Will says, does TikTok allow folks that's good looking to be on live? I have to break out from my modeling career. Will, thank you for the question. But when I'm not, hanging out the French Riviera with models, this is what I bring to the table. So I appreciate the question. All right. So we're going to talk about the 4 places that sales hide. And I use the word hide because this stuff isn't always intuitive, especially if you're a newer business owner. But sales, for the most part, come from 4 places. And this is going to be the real value of this training, is once you start to think about these 4 places, you start subconsciously working towards them and doing things that will encourage sales. So right out the gate, the first place sales are media interviews, believe it or not. And media interviews is a broad brush. It is podcasts, magazines, bloggers, TV, radio, newspapers. There's so many places that you can get media interviews. I highly encourage you to have a PR or a media plan in addition to your marketing. And it should be 80-20. Your budget should be 80% marketing and 20% PR or media. It is not hard to get media interviews. You just have to be deliberate and focused and match to. So Jason wants to get into more of these media interviews. He's dropped me a comment. Here's the secret to unlimited media interviews, right? I'll just tell you, I don't care. Because I want you guys to win. If you just go on Facebook and you just ask the question and have your network do the work for you, very easy. All you have to ask is tag someone that has a business podcast. There you go. Reach out to them once the comment section starts populating. Reach out to the people that own the podcast and then send them an 8-sentence pitch with a photo and contact info. And here's where you can make your offer a lot more enticing. Include links to anything you've been featured in. So for Jason Lane Curtis, it would be Shift Magazine or any press releases we've done. If you just Google yourself, you'll probably pop up. Articles, things like that. So a media pitch gets stronger when you have previous things online, press release, articles, interviews, things like that. I can stop playing with this thing. I'm going to slice myself. So media interviews are the first place that sales come from, because when you start getting interviewed, you will start attracting people to your story, and you'll start attracting people. Like when you become visible in a media interview, people are gonna be like, oh, I want to work with that person. I want to find out what they're about. Like I feel more comfortable with them. I want to see if they can help me. I have something like 265 media interviews. I'm a couple pages of Google. If you Google Rob the Warrior Strategist, and that has helped my sales tremendously. And it's the reason I have not, until this point, ever needed to do number 2, which is paid ads. Paid ads attract sales, but falling into marketing, you're going to be flushing money down the toilet if you do them wrong. Paid ads are still pretty affordable on Facebook and on TikTok, especially. They're an effective thing for your business, effective medium for your business for getting sales. And they should not be ruled out. I know a ton of people that, they're just griping about Facebook. Like, I ran ads on Facebook, nothing happened. Nobody bought from me. They're all worthless. Well, sir, I would love to see the quality of the ad you ran, because I hate to say it, but I'm sure it sucked profusely. Anyone that tells me I ran paid ads and they went nowhere probably had a low quality ad, or they made their fucking graphic themselves, or they didn't use video. Short form video, very effective. You have to capture the attention of the people watching. You can't have boring content. You can't make outlandish claims. You have to create an emotional connection with your product or your service, whatever it is. I went with Cadre Media. I did my first commercial. I ran paid ads to it. 40,000 views. Not bad. 18 leads. 18 people that reached out to me that said, hey, I'm interested in you. The lesson I learned was that I am a little bit out of most people's budgets because of, PR packages start at like $3,500. I am a professional. I have won awards. I have 3 to 5 pages of client reviews that are all positive, and I have a lot of fucking media placements for my clients. I even got somebody on TMZ. So point is, you're not hiring an intern. You're hiring an award-winning professional. And yes, my prices are on the higher end. They're actually on the lower end for a PR agency though. So anywho, paid ads, still worth it in my book. Number 3, social media. I have utilized social media for leads and sales for my entire career in PR. 8 years. I just started doing paid ads like this year, and I've made it 8 years without a boss. 8 years working for myself. Majority of my own leads come from Facebook, tiny bit from LinkedIn. I use Twitter as an amplifier, and then TikTok I'm not as active on, and I need to do more TikTok stuff. But I use it to connect with people and to blast out like client messages, things like that when I have PR wins, when I get somebody on TV or whatever. Understanding social media is a big part of it, and people that cling to stupid beliefs that because they read an article are destined to fail. And when I hear somebody say, oh, Facebook's membership's dropping off and everybody's leaving it, and everyone's going to TikTok or Clubhouse or some bullshit, you're leaving money on the table. And if you want to believe some dumb hack-ass article from some intern at fucking NYU in the New York Post, go right ahead. I'll be counting tens of thousands of dollars because I'm not easily swayed. Okay, and this is how you need to be as a business owner. You need to find the social media that works for your business type. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, think about your business model, right? You either sell goods or you sell services. It's that simple. If you sell goods, you want photo-based social media, such as TikTok as the amplifier, Instagram, Pinterest. Those are your big boys. If you sell services, you want conversational-based social media. And my God, people, this is solid gold advice. This is like your $1 million piece of advice, so pay attention. If you sell services like I do, I sell PR services, then you want conversational-based social media with TikTok as the amplifier and Twitter, okay? So Facebook and LinkedIn. Because if you sell services that are semi-pricey, like I do, you need to be able to have conversations with people. You need to get them on a Zoom call, and you need to have an ability to chat with them. Nobody buys a product over $1,000 like that. They just don't. If your service is over $1,000, you need to have a conversation with them. You need to get verbal agreement. You need to talk about it. You need to define the expectations, all that good shit. Make sure it's within their budget, all this stuff. So you need conversational-based social media. So if you're selling services, if you're selling something that's over $1,000, and all of you should, none of you should be selling shit for under $1,000 unless you like being poor. Match the social media to your business model. It's very important. Okay, so we have gone over media interviews. We've gone over as a medium for sales. We've gone over paid ads. We've gone over social media. And the last one is word of mouth. Okay. We're talking today, by the way, if you're just jumping on, we're talking about the 4 places that sales hide for your business. The fourth one is word of mouth. And guess what? Every single one of us has somebody that we've worked with that really likes what we did. Okay. Abby Barretto, my current client who has a documentary out called The Ring in the Mountain. Check it out, by the way. It's a very, very interesting story. I have been shouting her out because she achieved the 5 out of 5. We got her on newspaper, radio, a magazine, podcast, and TV. That's 5 media platforms for her story about the Ring in the Mountain documentary. You can find the trailer on YouTube. But Abby also got into she got into a lot of things. I got her a good amount of placements, and then we ran a feature on it in Shift Magazine, which you can read about at shiftlifedesign.com for free. Point is, Abby's somebody I would go to for word of mouth. I would say, hey, Abby, can you write about me and my services and how well we kicked ass on your PR campaign? And Abby would be happy to do it. She's offered to do it. Go back to people you've worked with that were happy with your services and ask them to create some content referring you, or to make a social media graphic that's really specific and talks about the experience of working with you. You start collecting those, you start placing those in your pitch deck, and it adds to your credibility. Then have them write you a review if you have a Facebook business page. And that's something I need to do because I've made a couple new business pages. Word of mouth is the 4th place where sales hide, because guess what? If you get 3 people, just 3 that you've worked with that have been really happy with everything you've done, and they're shouting you out, other people are going to say, I want to work with Rob Garcia, the Warrior Strategist. Oh my God, he got Ted on TV. Oh, he got Doug Barry on TV 4 times. That's the dude I need to work with. There's too many PR scammers out there, and Rob is actually getting stuff done. Word of mouth is a big deal. And yes, Jason, it works spectacularly well. So I'll give you a tip real quick. If you are reaching out to your past clients and you need to get some recommendations, testimonials, there's 3 parts to a testimonial to have it be effective. Okay. There is the pain point, which is pre-working with you. You know, what were they experiencing? Was it poverty? Was it, pain, whatever, blah, blah, blah. You talk about the pain point. Then you talk about the experience of working with you, what it was like. You know, we got together, we did an onboarding, we mapped out a campaign, blah, blah, blah. Then you talk about the after effects. What happens after you guys work together? That's a perfect testimonial. Okay. Hey, I was in pain. My life sucked. My business was floundering, blah, blah, blah. Sales were low. I worked with Rob. He outlined some easy plans. He just started sending me invites to media interviews. He connected me with a bunch of people that own podcasts and magazines and blah, blah, blah. Started getting features. And then afterwards, I have record-breaking web traffic. I got featured on an iHeartRadio interview. I got a magazine. I issued press releases, and my phone's ringing off the hook. My business is thriving because Rob, the Warrior Strategist, is unbelievable. That's a good testimonial. It's a little long. Your testimonial should be about 6 sentences, but those are the 4 places where sales hide. And people need to be more conscious about this. They need to make effort in every single area. And this is literally, I'll give you a summary of how to do this fast because that's what I focus on, speed learning. Real quick, before we move on to that, we'll give a shout out to our new sponsor and a client, Sean Keenan. If you watch Cobra Kai, he's Mike Barnes. He was in season 5, season 6 a little bit. Sean Keenan released a new brand of hot sauce called Bad Boy hot sauce. And you can get it at badboyeats.com. And I'm going to run you through real quick about what Bad Boy is about. So there are 3 flavors. This one is red pepper punch. Red pepper punch goes good on everything. I made chili with it this week. I popped this in the crock pot and I could taste the flavor. The problem with a lot of hot sauces is that they taste like vinegar, right? You do not want vinegar in your hot sauce. It's just gross. right? I'm not a Tabasco guy. I'm not a Cholula guy. I think they both taste terrible. Uh, Bad Boy does not have that nasty vinegar taste. It's got just enough kick to get your mouth a little tingly, to bring out the flavor and whatever. Red pepper punch is good for any type of meat. Like it goes in anything. Chili, you can even pop it on your salad. Like it's just a really good hot sauce. Then we've got Mango Madness. This one is good with fish and chicken. This is a sweet mango hot sauce. It's not going to torch you. It's actually going to add a sweet flavor to anything you pair it with. Mango Madness, as you can see, this bottle sealed. I haven't broken into this one yet. And then we have Cobra Venom, which is fire, 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 fire. And once again, does not overpower. Some hot sauces, you immediately get a stomach ache or your mouth is just burning uncomfortably. You don't want that. Cobra Venom has mastered the art of a strong tingle in your mouth without pain, right? I'm not one of those sadists. It is made with Carolina Reaper, I believe it is. And Sean rates this a 10 out of 10. I have put this on steak. It is phenomenally good with steak. I've also used this for a couple of the dishes, but this is Bad Boy Cobra Venom. You can get these guys at badboyeats.com. If you buy 12 of them, you get a t-shirt. And I can assure you this is just about the best hot sauce I've ever had. All three of these actually are excellent. So find them at badboyeats.com. Support good causes. Sean Kanan does a lot of stuff with veterans. We have featured Bad Boy, and we just wrote about it in Shift Magazine and issued a nationwide press release about it. And I'm going to do some articles about it as well. Highly recommend you check it out. I myself am a practitioner of the culinary arts, and Bad Boy is unbelievably good paired with just about anything. I've enjoyed it quite a bit. All right. Now, what else? What else is going on? I'm just trying to think. We welcome Rue Munoz. What's going on? Good to see you. Jared Ledbetter. Bunch of veterans. And Jared, no hot sauce for this guy. Jared, highly advised red pepper punch. It's not going to kick your ass. It is very good flavor and not overwhelming. But yeah, I know what you mean, man. I'm not one of those guys. It's like, yeah, I have to have the hottest pepper I can find. I'm not that guy at all. I like a little zing, a little tingle. I do mess around with like chili powder sometimes and a little bit of like diced jalapenos, just a tiny amount. But yeah, some people are crazy. Like I don't understand the value of eating something so hot that your mouth goes numb. Like I just don't I don't find that pleasurable. I don't think it's that interesting. But yeah, Rue for sure. You can get it at badboyeats.com. Highly recommend. They are very, very good. I've enjoyed them. And Boss Raptor, yeah. Some people are just wild. I'm just like, why? Like it just distracts from the food. Like it literally takes away from the flavor and the enjoyment of whatever it is that you're eating, so that you can just destroy the inside of your mouth and hurt your stomach and probably spend a lot of time in the bathroom. I don't know. I got things to do. I'm not that guy. And even ranked at 10 out of 10, Cobra Venom is really good. And you can see like the little floating bits of peppers in here and all the magic that they put in this. Oh, just the smell is potent, like in a good way. This is an incredible product. But yeah, Sean did a great job. Very high quality products, and really proud of Sean for putting these out there. And the labels are hilarious too. Rue says those people are just looking for the high from chemical release of endorphins and dopamine from the come down. Yeah, it is an interesting. I've never really thought about that. It is an interesting phenomenon. Boss Raptor, you can get Bad Boy at badboyeats.com. badboyeats.com. It is interesting that you get such a rush, like your face gets flushed and you start to, it takes a second. And then once it kicks in, like people that are into these like Carolina Reapers and chili peppers and crazy shit. And then it just, yeah, it just gets uncomfortable. And then you're drinking water and it gets worse. And then they're trying to drink milk and their stomach starts hurting because they've now have these chemicals and fucking milk in their stomach. I'm just like, what is wrong with you people? I don't know. And yeah, it was funny because Jared talks about building up a tolerance. So when I was sick a couple weeks ago, I tried the Cobra Venom, right? I had it on some steak and it tingled a little tiny bit. And I was like, oh, this isn't bad, whatever. But I didn't realize that my taste buds had been suppressed from COVID. Um, I ended up, once I got well, I tried it again, same thing, like on a steak, and it went up like 10 times. Like it didn't obnoxiously torch my mouth, but it was like way stronger, and it made the steak taste really good. But I'm one of those weirdos. I put garlic on my steak. I air fry them sometimes, or I sear them in olive oil, uh, chili powder, Worcestershire, and some liquid smoke, and my steaks come out pretty good. But yeah, Cobra Venom on steak, wonderful experience. All right. I don't know how we veered into steak talk, but let's veer back real quick. We'll talk about sales a little bit and then we'll wrap it up. By the way, really appreciate everybody coming on here and checking out stuff. Boss Raptor says he puts garlic on his steak. Yeah, man. Okay, one last steak thing. Once in a while I air fry steaks, and I know this is like Texans would string me up if they ever heard me say air fry or A1. They hate both of those. I top my steaks with garlic. So Boss Raptor, completely agree. Smear it with garlic, and then little steak seasoning, some Cobra Venom from BadBoyEats.com, garlic salt, and then maybe some chili powder and some liquid smoke and some Worcestershire. Like I go nuts. And the steak comes out really, really well. It's really juicy. You got to catch it at the right minute. I like my medium rare, and I pop it out. The texture is perfect, and it tastes unbelievable. And then Jared's talking about compound butter with garlic. You guys are making me hungry. Stop this. Stop. And then Jason Lynn Curtis says, never discount salt and pepper. Key is to let the meat come to room temp first. Yes, 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 yes. Never ever cook a frozen steak. It's common sense stuff. And it's weird for somebody from California to be giving people steak tips. But I find, yep, Rue is correct. If you have time, soak before cooking, like 30 minutes on the countertop, Worcestershire with the garlic. Some people stab it with a fork to let the juices marinate in the steak. I find the best steak I've had outside of Open Flame, because Open Flame is the best, period dot. Searing it in I've got a cast iron pan in olive oil is probably the best way to get like even cooking and flavor out of the steak. So, all right, we got Brian Big Country Conwell popping on. Okay, so just gonna give the summary real quick. Although I am having a lot of fun chatting with you guys, I got a bunch of stuff to do today. Going back originally, we'll give a shout out real quick to the Ryman Effect. If you guys are looking for fitness tips, nutrition, Jeff Ryman is a competitive bodybuilder and fitness competitor, former U.S. Marine, current U.S. Airman. He has a jungle tab. He's kind of a badass. But Jeff started his own fitness company at the Ryman Effect. You can find it at the-Ryman, REIMAN effect.com. Jeff has a ton of tips to help you to eat better. When you're trying to build muscle, lose weight, Jeff is a tremendous guide. He's very good at what he does. He's competed in a lot of events and still going strong. He's great on TikTok. His videos are incredible. But check him out, Jeff Ryman at the Ryman Effect. Whether you're trying to lose a little weight or build up muscle or just get in a healthier mindset and live a healthier lifestyle, the Ryman Effect can help you. And I'm not just saying this because Jeff's my buddy. I've watched the things that he's done. He's helped me when I'm trying to like really, really get into good shape. Like he's always had like the right ideas and answers, and he's really good at coaching about nutrition. If you want to incorporate meal prep, if you want to learn about what foods affect your body in different ways or what foods you should be completely avoiding, check out the rymaneffect.com. Put hyphens between each word. Great service. Okay. And that was my final shout out. So let's just summarize real quick the 4 places that sales hide. Now, if you're a business owner type or an entrepreneur type, this is the time when you get out your piece of paper and you think, okay, how do I find more sales? These are the 4 ways. And then I'm going to give you the Dr. Rob, like speed learning, fast way to incorporate all 4 before the end of the day. Like seriously, this is okay. If I want to increase sales for my company, this is exactly what I would do using these 4 tips. All right. So if the first one is media interviews, go on Facebook and just type in, who do you know that has a business podcast? Or tag someone with a business podcast. Once it starts populating, reach out to them, ask for an interview. That's it. Number 2, paid ads. Spend $50, make an ad, either a photo or a video, run it off one of your Facebook pages. It takes 10 minutes. Spend $50, run it for a week. See if you get some sales. Okay, there's number 2. Number 3, word of mouth. Reach out to 2 or 3 people that have tried your product or your service that like you and have them shout you out on social media or write you a testimonial. Okay. And number 4, I also have to think about this. So we have paid ads, media interviews, word of mouth, and social media. Number 4, create a unique advertisement, like a graphic on Canva. Put it on Facebook, put it on Facebook stories, put it on Instagram, put it on an Instagram story, put it on Pinterest, put it on Twitter, put it on LinkedIn. Probably take you an hour, if that. But guess what? Now you're going out to thousands of people potentially. And as long as you have a good call to action or a website or a very easy buy here, you'll see some sales. So anyway, guys, hopefully that will help you in your quest for sales. I know it's weird hearing about sales from a PR guy, but I'm just sharing stuff that I've learned that have worked out excessively well for me. If you need anything on the visibility side of the house or PR, helping getting on TV, whatever, feel free to reach out to me and check out my new company, GarciaGlobalMedia.com, and you can see what's out there, what's possible, what we can do for your business, helping you to get national or global interviews, presence, press releases, magazine coverage, whatever you need. I am here to help you. All right. Thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate everyone checking out my stuff today. We talked about all kinds of fun things like steaks and sales, business. I have a very busy day ahead of me, but I'm really excited about stuff. And if you need inspiration, if you need help, check out Shift Magazine. It's free to read. And I know I've name dropped a lot of things today, but that's my life. I don't give a shit. Serial entrepreneur. Shift Magazine is my personal business magazine. It's free to read. It's digital. ShiftLifeDesign.com. There's a lot of things in there that will inspire you in business. There's a lot of great stories in there, a lot of great people to learn about. And it takes like 3 seconds. Just type in ShiftLifeDesign.com. Click on the cover with the pretty lady in the blue dress, and you are in an entirely different world. I created, very, very short segue. I created Shift 8 years ago, and I thought to myself, I was at a diner at 4 a.m. It was Redford's on El Cajon Boulevard in San Diego. And I was at a diner. I just had a massive business breakup with a partner. And I thought, what would it be like if Tim Ferriss made a magazine? And Shift was born. I named it Shift Advanced Life Design because I want people to design the life of their dreams. I want them to make more money than they've ever had. I want people to up-level and create a life that has freedom of time, freedom of income, freedom of relationships, whatever you want. And I packaged it in a single magazine, and I made it free for the world to read. Shift is more than a magazine. It's a primer for a dream life. And I'm very proud of it. I've worked extremely hard to get it out there. I've run it for 8 years. It took a single year off, and now I'm back. But at the end of the day, I want you guys to win. I want you guys to have enough money. I want you guys to be happy. I want you guys to travel if that's what you want. I want you to be in love. I want you to be great parents. I want you to have a life that is envious, where other people will be like, what the hell? Why are they always so freaking happy or successful or rich or awesome? I want you on boats. I want you in planes. I want you in trains. Talking like a Dr. Seuss character. All right. But the point is, check out Shift Life Design. See if it makes your life better. That's all I got. All right. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. I'm Rob Garcia, the Warrior Strategist, and I will see you next time. As always, stay famous. Talk to you soon.